Hi, welcome to Law Story Time. I'm Law,
And I'm Nasty Nona.
and this podcast is about stories that are not good enough to actually write. So we try to fit them into a 30-minute podcast so that I can at least say I did my best.
You at least attempted.
I have a cyst on my neck, so if I keep turning like I'm 500 years old, that's why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're very stiff neck at the moment.
Yeah, there's an alien growing in on my neck.
Yeah, it looks pretty gross.
Yeah, I know. It couldn't be one of those sexy aliens like from Babylon 5 or, the one Kirk made out with.
Mm.
No, not me either. I just know. It's the first interracial kiss, actually.
Oh, okay.
Not ever. First interracial kiss on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not ever. There were interracial kisses before that. This was just the first one on TV.
Wow.
So today we're going to do something a little bit different. Every week we've done something different, and this is the last of my new ideas.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see if it sticks that way. This one is one of the loosest stories that I've ever came up with. I wouldn't even say story. I would say concept.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what, kind of what it evolved from before I tell you what it is. And this time, you're actually going to help me. Who's that? Answer it. You want to talk to him on the phone?
I don't know who it is.
You talk to him on the podcast? Why are they calling so late?
I have no idea.
Put him on the podcast. Okay. All right. So,
Sorry.
so we did not put them on the podcast. I bet a telemarketer wouldn't call again. You put hey, you've reached the skin chat. Tell me about your dermatitis. This is not the skin chat. This is Law Story Time. I'm Law.
Yeah, and I'm Nasty Nona.
Yeah, that feels like a repeat.
Uh-huh.
So, don't act like I'm the one who threw us off. So what we're doing this week is you're going to help me develop the outline of the story.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, I'll tell you what this story started from. It started from our number one fan.
What? Oh, so it wasn't me.
No. Who also has really bad luck. Or had really bad luck. He's kind of gotten over it.
Okay.
But he went through a series of cars in high school.
Okay.
And so the story kind of developed from that, where I went, what if someone had the worst luck of all time? And it kind of developed in like, there's nothing concrete, but two stories emerged, and one was, what if like he's driving a car,
Mm-hmm.
and there's he's at a red light, and he honks his horn like go, and that person, because he honked his horn, has a heart attack and dies.
Oh, gosh.
Like that'd be really bad luck.
Yeah, that's awful.
He's just like toot toot, and they're like, ah, I'm done. Or one of the other stories was like, what if he was mopping at like a grocery store?
Yeah.
And someone walked in directly behind him and tripped and broke their neck.
No wet floor sign?
Wet floor sign.
Was to say, because then that really would just be his fault.
Yeah, but wet floor sign, and it's just bad luck. Although that sounds like that'd be bad luck for everyone around him, less than him.
Yeah.
So there's that meme, Bad Luck Brian, which kind of essentially was what I was doing. So the story that kind of came from that was, what if someone had that bad luck? And then basically to change it, they're like, fuck it. I am now careless. And so the name of this is going to be called Careless.
Okay.
So careless is basically someone who has given up caring.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm thinking it's going to start with like a tragedy. Not like a 9/11 tragedy. Like a breakup.
So tragic.
Yeah, a personal tragedy.
Okay.
So you talk about what tragedy this guy goes through.
Well, you mentioned it was a breakup, so it must have been quite a bad breakup.
It doesn't have to be a breakup. Just any personal tragedy.
Well, that's what you said.
No. I mean, I did say that, but you come up with some other ideas.
I don't know. His mom was in a car accident.
It's a little dark for this story.
Oh. I didn't say she died. I just said she was in a car accident.
A funny car accident? She got in an accident with a clown car? I can dig that.
I don't know.
Yeah, she gets in an accident with a clown car.
I don't know. He broke his leg.
5 people come out and they're like, holy shit, Harpo is a doctor. And he gets out and he's like, yeah, I'm a doctor, but I'm a doctor of gender studies.
Did you just say Harpo?
Harpo. He's one of the Marx brothers. I just thought it was a good clown name.
Funny.
Yeah, there's 18 people get out once Harpo. He's a doctor. He's like, I'm a doctor of psychology. And it's like, that's not going to help your mom. Has she thought about not being hurt?
Has she tried to push the pain to the back of her mind?
Yes, I understand your leg's broken, but tell me about your father. Okay, so we're starting with mom in a car accident with clowns.
I don't know, I guess.
So before that, he's had bad luck, and he's like, fuck it. I don't care anymore. What's his first careless act?
See, this is why I don't write stories, because I can't think on the spot.
Okay, it's not him anymore. It's you. Now, what's your first careless act?
Well, I am not a careless person.
You're just a single person now.
He drives without his seatbelt.
You know what? That's actually good. That gives you kind of an escalation point. I like that. He sees his mom, leg broken by clowns, and he goes, you know what? I'm not driving my seatbelt on. Okay, so then we need our first minor conflict. So he needs to run into somebody or something, some object that he needs to overcome.
Okay.
Something funny.
You gotta give me something.
You know, like a driving test. Or a driving test might actually be kind of funny.
Okay.
So he's like, fuck it, I'm not driving with a seatbelt. And then he's like, you know what? Today's the day I'm passing my driving test.
Immediate fail.
He goes in, and the teacher's like, buckle your seatbelt. He goes, you know what? I'm about to take you on the ride of your life. And he just pulls out of the fucking parking lot at 80. He's just driving wreck. He's like, fuck. You know, he drives onto like the, airport strip, and he's just driving in circles at like 90. And then he takes her back, and he pulls in. He J-hooks into it, and she's like, you pass. Motherfucker, you pass.
Just get me out of this car.
Yeah, she's like, you just FBI driving test that. You pass. Okay. I was an FBI agent until,
Does it matter?
No, I was trying to set up a funny joke.
Oh.
But everything, like, why would you not be an FBI agent did not lead to humor. I was an FBI agent until they killed my father. And that's not that funny.
No.
I was an FBI agent until I was replaced by Dr. Reed. That was a fake laugh.
Yeah. Okay. So what happens next?
So, I don't know. I need your help. So he's like, I was careless. This worked out for me. What's the next careless thing he does? This needs to lead to a romantic interest, I feel. So it's something careless that a man can do in today's age that would not put him in jail and might lead to a relationship.
I don't know. I guess he goes to the bar.
And?
I don't know. Buys drinks for everyone.
Okay, I can get behind that. I was thinking he he goes to like a strip club, and instead of putting money up there, he just gets up.
Wait, up where?
Up on the stage. He just gets up and he goes, "Hey, when you're done, here's my number." He just hands her the number.
Oh.
And walks away.
Okay. Very suave.
Yeah, because he's careless. And then I like the fact that he goes, and then drinks are on me, and pays for all the drinks. I kind of dig that.
Okay.
Because then the bouncer's like, I don't know. He didn't touch her. Buy drinks for everybody. He's got his 2-drink minimum in.
Yeah.
All right, so let's say they start dating.
Mm-hmm.
Then we need like a major rival or conflict to come up.
Well, that's obvious. Her ex-boyfriend.
Her ex-boyfriend.
Or husband, or...
Now, he's got to have some sort of hilarious job.
Who?
The ex-boyfriend.
Mattress salesman.
Like a buff mattress salesman?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I own a brothel. Brothel?
What? A brothel or what?
I own a brothel of corn. I own a brothel full of whores, sex workers.
But damn, they got the most comfortable mattresses.
But damn, these... Oh, shit. It would have been real funny if I could have thought of a mattress company right then. Have you
probably
seen...
best that you don't.
Have you seen the new Serta Plus? It's the only thing I put in. Jason's Brothel. Nah, that's a bad brothel name.
Yeah.
I think my favorite brothel in film is from either House of a Thousand Corpses or The Devil's Rejects. And it's not even a brothel; it's a liquor store. It's Red Hot Pussy Liquors.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Maybe we'll just reuse that.
Okay.
I think it would be kind of funny just to use a straight sex house.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, this is my fuck pad.
Gross.
Fuck pad sounds like something that kindergartners would sleep on during nap time. Yeah, no, I nap on it. It's my parents' fuck pad.
Gross.
So, all right. So, what does the ex-boyfriend do to? He's got to do something, right?
I don't know.
The guy's got to do something to the ex-boyfriend. I don't think it can go the other way around.
Okay.
And she's like, well, you got to be worried about my ex-boyfriend. He's like, fuck your ex-boyfriend. I don't give a shit about nothing. She's like,
burns down his store.
I kind of like that. So maybe the ex-boyfriend has to do something minor. Like, hey, man, just so you know, she's dating 4 guys. And he's like, fuck you, man, and burns down the store. Which is kind of...
That escalated quickly.
It's kind of smart because mattresses are notorious for starting fires.
What?
Yeah, if you want to start a fire in your house for insurance fraud, you start at the mattress.
No. Now.
That's a little knowledge for everybody.
Do with
with
it what you will.
So he burns down the store, but then I guess it has to turn out. Not yet. So then he's got to do something real careless, where he basically proposes.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to propose in a careless way. What's a careless proposal?
Ill thought out, unprepared, just fucking middle of the street, nothing special. I don't know. How do you carelessly propose?
I kind of don't want to make him such a bad guy, but that's kind of the road we're going down. But you just think he's like, yo, bitch, we're getting married now. Right now, we're walking to Elvis's chapel. We're getting married.
Yeah, just maybe without the bitch.
I don't know. I kind of feel like that's careless. This is
not just more asshole.
This is not how I saw this. I'm going to tell you how I kind of saw this story going at the end. But I kind of like where we're going now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, hey, honey, let's go get married at this fucking chapel. Mm-hmm. All right, so now they're married.
We're right here. It's right here. Let's just go in. We'll just fucking get married.
So now they're married. And then I think something has to happen where, like she's like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. He's like, it's our wedding night. And she goes, yeah.
I gotta work.
I'm still a sex worker. Like, I'm still dating 4 guys. And so then I think maybe it's got to start coming down to that drawing down conclusion where he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be so careless. I shouldn't have been so cautious before, but maybe I shouldn't have been so careless now. And so then he maybe reconnects with the mattress salesman. He's like, brah, I'm sorry that I burned down your mattress store. You were right.
Brah, with a bra full of corn.
Yeah, corn bra. I'm sorry I burned down your store, but
No, he ain't.
You were right. She's dating like 5 guys. He's like, yeah, man, you didn't. Why did you think I would lie about that?
'Cause you jealous.
But he's like, I get it. That pussy is slime of gold.
Gross.
Yeah, that's a Karen Kilgariff quote.
Feel sorry for her.
She wasn't talking about herself.
Yep, that's again not who I was talking about.
No. I mean, that's kind of like the tiger in Aladdin. Had a throat full of gold. The tiger cave, not Raja. In a land, come and see.
No.
I don't know the words.
No.
I can show you the shining.
No.
So they're at lunch or whatever, and he's like,
okay.
Hey, she's been cheating on me. And he goes, I mean, you're men and dudes? And the guy looks at him, he's like, I don't know, maybe. And the guy's like, I could show you the world. No, okay, no, so not that. So he's like, yeah, man, I was trying to have your back. He's like, yeah, you know what? I'm sorry I burned down your store. Just don't worry about it. It got me so much insurance money. Did you know?
Disgusting.
Well, we're going to take an aside here. I know I've told you, but I'm going to tell you now, so pretend like I haven't told you. Do you know that there's a conspiracy theory that Mattress Firm is a house for sex trafficking and money laundering?
I have heard it because, again, you did tell me that, but that's bizarre.
It is bizarre, but then if you start looking at the amount of mattress firms versus the amount of people who need mattresses, they're like, we have a 30-year warranty on this mattress. And you're like, you have 40 stores in Georgia.
You're supposed to replace them every 8 years.
Well, still, I mean, the math doesn't add up.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, it does. It probably does. I haven't done the math. A conspiracy theorist told me the math doesn't add up. So,
I don't know. That's
anyway, back to this guy. So
very strange.
It was a good call with mattress salesman and brothel owner. Hitting that conspiracy
Brothel
theory
owner.
crowd. So, you know what? They become friends. He decides to be more careful. And that guy gets out of the brothel business.
Good for him.
He releases all of his sex workers into the wild.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's ridiculous.
And then we need one more, like, careful decision to kind of go out on.
Well, I mean, obviously something's going to happen to her.
So, her or his mom?
Oh, shit. I forgot about his mom.
You're the one that brought her up.
What? Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, so it's like she's, like, dangling off her bridge or something. Nah, it's...
Why?
I don't know. 7 Dwarfs. This is Cinderella and the 7 Dwarfs, one careless person, an ex-brothel
She later
owner.
becomes, after the brothel closes, she becomes his mom's home health nurse.
Okay.
I don't know. I have no idea.
No, I like that. But so then she's like, we should pull the plug. You could get all the money, and I'll marry you for real this time.
She did just break her leg, so
Yeah.
it's a little odd.
So I think he, same thing. Like, we should just pull the plug. And he's like, all right, let's do it. And they pull the plug, and it's like, why is my iPhone dead?
Wow.
She's like, you're just R-worded, aren't you? You're just not a bright lady. R-word is what Tom Segura calls it.
Yep.
Actually, he started saying Cajun, and I think that's hilarious.
Okay, anyway.
All right, so in the last couple of minutes, I'll tell you kind of how I thought the story was going to go.
Please do, because obviously my version is completely ridiculous.
This
is why I don't write stories.
It was very fun, though.
Yeah.
So, this story, like many, come to me not complete, but in dreams.
I've been having so many weird dreams lately.
I had a weird dream. I don't think I should talk about on the podcast.
No, I'm not. No.
I was chased by the police, and I'll just leave it at that.
Great.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, threw me off. So, this story wasn't completely complete when I thought about it, and then when I was reading it back through today, it started coming back to me, but only in big kind of chunk ideas, nothing concrete, no names or story ideas, kind of feelings and objectives.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea would be that he starts off and he's super cautious.
Mm-hmm.
This idea is also pretty much what Yes Man with Jim Carrey is.
Mm-hmm.
So again, that's probably why I'm not going to write it. So it starts off he's super cautious.
Because he has bad luck, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
That was a different story that wasn't even good enough to make the podcast. He kind of did.
Okay.
So this guy, he's just super cautious. He's just born cautious. His mom's like, always wear a seatbelt. Never have sex without a condom. I don't know. That's probably good advice.
Don't go swimming after you
Don't
eat.
go swimming. That's better. So always super cautious. You know, hey, I never had peanuts because
I might be allergic.
I might be maybe not that, but you know, like if he sees people like putting shit up their nose or whatever, like he freaks out. He's like, you could choke on that.
That's a terrible idea. Don't do that.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of an example. But he's just super cautious. And then something happens. And in my idea, it was like a bad breakup or something along those lines. Friend quits hanging out with him. And he's like, oh, I'm going to change my ways. Or he basically snaps. It's not even like I'm going to change my ways. I'm going to be a little less cautious. He's like, fuck it. I'm done. I'm going to do whatever I want. And so it would basically be going from super ego to id. So just basically whatever he wants to do, he does it. And he starts actively trying to not care about other people. So even if he sees like an old woman crossing the street.
I feel like I know this person.
And he's like, hey, I could help that woman cross the street. He actively goes, now fuck that old lady. She's probably a Nazi.
Jeez.
So
this guy's got problems, man.
He has problems. And then he meets a girl who is the exact same way. And then she's like, that bitch is probably Nazi. Fuck her. And then seeing her, and she's into him, right? Because they're the same.
Mm-hmm.
But he's only pretending. So eventually he starts seeing himself as her. And he's like, I don't even like her. I don't like myself. I don't like her. And that's why he changes. But he gets his friend or his girlfriend or whatever he lost in the beginning back. He learns enough to
be more middle of the road.
Right. Which, you know, it's kind of a generic story. It seemed like a lot of work for not a lot of payoff.
Yeah.
But it's kind of what Hollywood wants. But I'm not going to write it. And I have this podcast as proof that I came up with the idea. You know what? That's probably what this podcast is. It's just fodder for suing people who come up with similar ideas later.
If you say so.
I don't know. I have the stories I were I was gonna do tonight. I didn't because we did short stories last week, last two weeks ago.
Yeah.
So there's a short story that I can't remember. It might be a movie, but the one I was gonna do tonight, I changed for this one because I thought it might be fun. I think that I might have been wrong. I don't know. I think it was funny.
Sorry, I disappointed you.
Hey. So.
What's that?
So, no, next week or 2 weeks from now, there's a story that I really, really like, and I came up with when I was like 14. And it goes back into that really fucked up childhood genre. But I think that I'm going to do it next week. It's another movie. This one, I think, was a novel, ideally. So when I think about it, I'm like, how long is it? Is it too long to be a short story?
Yeah.
Can I feel enough? I can't say that word. Feel enough of a book to get... It's not like a movie. So a movie's 90 pages. But
it's more visual.
Yeah, it's all visual. So a movie is just as hard. It's a lot less, but it's just as hard because it's all dialogue. Because all the visuals are taken care of. You don't have to describe it. You're like, it's a park. But in a book, you're like, and there were red roses everywhere. A fountain streaming in the middle. Cobblestone littered the path. A woman was sitting reading a book by a bench. Birds tweeted in the air.
By a bench, not on a bench?
By a bench. She's
sitting on the ground. She was next
insane.
To it.
She's like, I'm not worthy of bench yet.
Oh my
God. Hey, she's like, I don't have the $3 to donate. Like, nobody's checking. You just sit on the bench. Do you have to donate to sit on a bench?
No.
COVID's fucked me up. I've been in a park in 27 years now.
No.
I thought you had to pay for a bench.
No.
But it's paid parking, and it's a park bench. Paid park bench?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I was trying to justify what I said, and it just got way worse.
Yeah.
And with that note, thanks for listening. This has been Lost Story Time with
Esty Nona from the Skin Chat Podcast.
and Claw. And until next time, keep writing.